some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And so here are the Clippers, trailing by 2. Here is Harden. On the wing, Jones. Back to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And what control from Harden inside, adjusting his shot perfectly for that short-range make.
Outside Hardaway. In the corner, it's Harris. Lock at 6. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Jones, no one around him. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got 5.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Harden. An easy 2 points
Harden.
on the layup.
Let's go.
5 points in the game.
Big boy shoot.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Up in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
There you go.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now Harden following the 3-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Basket.
Let's go, Harden.
Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this
Let's
lead.
go.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Pass to Cunningham. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And slams it down right on top of Jalen Duren.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Hardaway. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Pass to Harden. Now, here's Zubac. Bogdanovic wide open. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Cunningham with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
And on that drive, Cunningham utilizing that athleticism, blitzing the defense the moment he sees an opening.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Now here's Hardaway. Still without a basket. Count that one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Harden. Rebound by the Pistons.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And it's Leonard missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Harris, good.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Now here's Harden. He's got 9. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pistons trailed by 8. Inside. Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Harris has got 8.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
And it's Leonard missing. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. There's the drive. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 6. Now Leonard. Guarded by Harris. Leonard, no luck.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
And the Clippers have possession, following the bucket by the Pistons. Back to Harden. Pass to Zubac. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Clippers lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked the day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
And while most think of Harris as a scorer, he's a guy that can attack the backboards as well.
The Pistons shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Simmons with it. Picked up by Thompson. No good from Simmons. The Pistons leading. It's Thompson off the drive. Misses the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. And you look at the Detroit Pistons stand. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And it goes down 2 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Again, the miss by Thompson. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for L.A. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Here's Thompson after the Clippers pick up 2. Takes it inside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Here's Simmons. Softly drops in the floater. Simmons got 6 points.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
For Detroit, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one. The Clippers in the lead. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
And with Bogdanovich is that well set up, he's almost automatic. Nice shot.
The Pistons working the ball around now. Fontecchio puts the move on. It's blocked. Right side, Batum. Took him no time at all on that one. Batum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Beasley with a clean look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-5 run. Here's Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you love when Simmons plays with aggression inside because it really forces the D to adjust.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Batum wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pistons trailed by 5. Beasley for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Simmons. The layup off target. Pass to Holland. Now Detroit moving it up.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Simmons, and the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 8.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
That one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 4.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Schroeder outside. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the floor.
15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Simmons with it. He's got 8. Lets it go from 11. That one's not going to go. It could go. The shot that time, not on target. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch.
The Pistons. 47.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Clippers leading by 4. Al Harden. Poked away. Here we go, one-on-one. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Powell with the steal. Here's Harden. Here's Zubac. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yep, it counts.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen. It doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's the break. Here's Powell. Bucket is good. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Harden outside. Pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Cunningham outside. Back to Duran. A 3-ball. And Cade Cunningham good for 3.
And you see that in-motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. And the Clippers making a change here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Thank you, David. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And they double up Simmons. Pass to Leonard. In the corner, Harden. Now, here's Zubac. Defended by Duren.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
To the paint. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing.
Here's Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Harris outside. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Harden on the wing. Detroit with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Harris to take the lead. The putback, and Duren is right there. And the Pistons lead by 1. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
A shot by Johnson, and no one's around. Off target from three-point range. Here's Harden. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
Well, the numbers are talking. Harden with a huge night, showing great versatility.
Back to Duren. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Screen by Zubac. Duren pulls it in. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Thompson. Doesn't go that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Down low. Zubac. Yes!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Clippers with the ball. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
They needed that bucket, and leave it to Harris to go get it. He knows when it's time to take things into his own hands. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No doubt, that just about seals it.
Here's Cunningham. Got it.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbound. Well done.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And it's all about the three right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. Thompson for 3. Offline. So it's Los Angeles taking a W in a close one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just...
I'm running back that phony. Trying to ref the game from the nosebleed. For the real ones. Trying to J-kid a body, I'ma steal some. I sent plenty of them. Hard away on my chain, but I ain't penny though. Give me time, hey, give me more. Give me all my that I miss the most. Me and Haiti on the road, that's a give and go. And we all tryna go once we get a low ballin'. Saint Laurent jeans, I ain't even get mad when you switch teams ballin'. Free the home team, I spent 20 on the ring, I'm a trophy, I'm ballin'. Had to blood like Wimby, she keep calling. Jumping on a bird with a bird, I'm in Boston. Skip to my loo on a like Austin. Fell in love with the game, put him on ice like the diamonds in my chain. I said give the streets hope, look out for the game. Mr. Never leave my brothers, never change up on it. Through the hurt and the pain, through the lane, I say shoot for me. I'm shooting to win. Money on the wall like I'm busting the frames. This shit when you ball with a name. Squad when I'm dealing with pain. Ballin'. Saint Laurent jeans. I ain't even get mad when you switch teams. Ballin'. Free the home team. I spent 20 on the ring. I'm a trophy. I'm ballin'. Had to blood up like Wimby. She keep calling. Jumping on a bird with a bird. I'm in Boston. Skip to my loo on a like Austin. Ballin'.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets.
Defense probably not going to give him this opening again because Smith went way up there that time.
Hachimura the screen. And it's Doncic missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Iverson outside. Back to Anthony. From the arc. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's James. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
You can tell LeBron values getting quality shots because he knows how much they're worth, and he's willing to fight for them.
The shot's good from Smith.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Doncic outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
From deep, Iverson. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Luka Doncic. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the first of 3.
You know, one of the things you just love about Iverson is the heart he plays with. Every minute he's out there, there's no denying that he's giving it his all.
And he can't hit the second. And he nails the third. Now here's James. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defender gets caught in a bad position there. LeBron, so powerful enough to convert through contact.
Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. It's a three-point game. Here's Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, great job by Anthony keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
On the wing, Reed. Screen by James. Rebound by Smith.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And Iverson gets it to go.
Skilled in so many ways. The floater is just one of a number of slick shots Iverson has up his sleeve.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Smith with a wide open look.
Jack, look, this more than rap. This that project haircut in a cul-de-sac. This is where Jose meet your quota whenever I put a quote on the track. Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing out puppy. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing out puppy.
From Compton to Baltimore, I'ma kill it. I buy a Morgan the minute. The public house, the plastic couch of a Section 8 tenant. The Regal window is tinted. The air conditioner broke, but I'm cool enough to ensure you my ride is an Eskimo, huh? And I peel off in the midst of getting my thrills off, and I thrive off energy from inner cities that we lost, huh? I'm putting the ghetto on top of my back, and I live in the back of the jungle. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my. Hear the siren, walk up. Engines on back of scooters, the real can recognize real, and we need to know just who you are. You are in the presence of many presents. Kendrick, the gift for the future, or yeah, I said it. Good kid, mad city, mad respect, representing the hub, right.
Keeping it ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down puppy. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. Watch a young player do his thing down puppy. The homegirls tell me I'm so they can buy them some outfits. I buy their sons a pack of Pampers, some new Jordans. Give them the game, school them on what's really important. That's how I was raised.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline.
Here we go.
So Boston wins the tip. Pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
4 on the clock. The 3 from Tatum. Boston again missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. And Clark, for the Lakers, their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance. Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by James. Took him no time.
I'm about to say somebody else went to quit. Like, damn, this one just started, man. The last one went to quit.
Time at all on that one.
Who did I have last game? Who did I start off with? Oh, yeah, the Denver Nuggets.
Tatum's got 5 now.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from 3-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to LeBron. Jason Tatum grabs the board. White left side. Launches a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, White is a capable 3-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Here's LeBron. And the Lakers with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from the baseline. Here's Doncic. And they pick up 2.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
It's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Reeves to the middle. Hachimura, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance. Luka with so many physical gifts, taking flight right there.
Holiday left side. Porzingis has the open look. And that one goes long.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
First free throw is good.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Drills it from outside.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Doncic left side. Hachimura. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
That one goes in.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Now, here's Brown. Back to Holiday. The kick out to Brown. Driving the lane. Hachimura grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 4. And they double up Doncic. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport. The Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
Back to Hayes. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Celtics lead by 3. 2K Sports.
The Celtics, 19.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Drawing fouls, Clark getting to the line, all part of the game, but you think players try and draw fouls too often now?
I do in some cases, but I think it's more on an individual basis. I mean, players have to do what they need to do to try to score the ball. But I don't think anybody likes, 1, guys flopping to draw fouls, and then 2, whining when fouls aren't called.
The kick out to Holiday. The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston needs to get off a shot. Off target from outside. The Lakers trail. Here's Doncic. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper, but I like when he pounds that paint, too.
And that one, good. LeBron's got his first points of the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Back to Holiday. It's White on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Hachimura grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Doncic outside. Hachimura the screen. Crosses over. Doncic converts inside.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
Brown, no good. The Lakers in the lead. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. Pass to Horford. Back to Holiday. The kick out to Brown. 6 to shoot. Poked away. One-on-one here. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Tatum's shot is off. Lakers leading by 3. Doncic looking it over. Reeves in the corner. Here's LeBron. Out to Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Brown outside. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And stolen by Horford. White drives in. In the corner, Horford with it. It's White on the wing. And White with the stuff.
Now that's big-time hops right there. White bouncing off the floor like a pogo stick and just throwing it down.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, chips are still there.
You're so right, David Banks. He's become a heck of a player.
Yeah, Lucas Arsenal does cover the mid-range now. That inside the arc jumper is easy for him.
Pass to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg. Everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
White left side. .29 seconds left in the first half. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Here's Len. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Second team foul.
That free throw good from Len. Celtics trailed by 6.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
White looking around. Back to Tatum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers ahead. They lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Los Angeles leading by 4. Vincent with it. It's good. Vincent's got the first field goal of the second half for the Lakers.
I tell you what, he looks fresh coming out of halftime if that possession's any indication.
And the defense to me looks a little stale, like week-old bread. I mean, they made that way too easy for him. They need to get back into the flow here.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Pass to Tatum. That's tipped. Vanderbilt with the steal. And here's Len. And that one, good. Len's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
And you like to see that from Kenneth. Found the man with a better look.
And it's good for 2. Brown's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
That's his first.
And he makes the first.
First team foul. At the line for Los Angeles.
And so Vincent nails both of them. Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Horford. Here's Cornette. Nice ball movement by Boston. The kick out to Brown. Now here's Horford. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Substitution on the court.
.90 seconds now into the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
And the second free throw, good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Floats it up for James. And LeBron throws it down.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Doncic steps on the gas.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away. You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, he's automatic from that distance.
The 3 for Doncic. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge trip. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
And Hayes throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
But you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
As a junior college product, Dalton Kenneth, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. And here's Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really hard to guard Porzingis, especially when he's moving like this in the screen and roll.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to LeBron. Connect with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. Connects. Got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. White, wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Not the guy you want to give three-point opportunities to. LeBron doesn't hesitate to take these shots and knock them down.
Out to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Here's the teardrop. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and found a way to get the shot up and down.
On the free throw, no good.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
And he converts the layup. Brown's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
James outside. Doncic outside. Over Holiday. Hit the putback. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trailed by 13. Tatum on the wing. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Doncic left side. Reeves. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And it's 6 points for Austin Reeves.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. That's a floater go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Name a move. Tatum's got it. A high IQ offensive player.
At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum.
And so Tatum nails them both. Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to Hayes. Nice D from Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
So many different ways that Holiday can beat you because he's got great length and size for a guard, and that allows him not to be afraid to mix it up inside.
Into the lane, and the shot goes in.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Doncic. Doncic bullies the D inside.
Nothing the D could do there. No way to stop Doncic. He's so hard to guard.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Doncic drops the hammer.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
Right side Tatum. Here's White. And James pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 10. James absorbing hits on the drive.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured. Wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Celtics trail by 12 to the paint. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Here's Doncic, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
You know, one of the things I like about watching Doncic is the pace he plays at. You're not going to speed him up. He plays at his pace, the pace he dictates.
Pass to White. Tatum looking around. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Jason Tatum. Defensive foul. LeBron James. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics. Jason Tatum at the line for one.
And that one misses. Lakers leading by 9. Here's James. James with a powerful jam.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
Porzingis. Got a hand on it. Knocks it loose. Pass to LeBron. Pull from the top of the key. They get it back. Here's Connect. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. And the Lakers lead by 13.
Well, Connect is not just a shooter. He's got the strength to handle that interior contact.
Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Here's James. James absolutely owning the inside.
James doing his thing in close to the hoop. Good work there.
Tatum on the wing. Pass to Porzingis. The tray. The Lakers with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it's Doncic missing. Celtics trail by 12. The 3 from Tatum. And he gets it back. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now.
saying. The diapers on right now.
1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. And it's Tatum completing the break.
Well, how about Porzingis showing you some nice quickness and activity, determined to get after the steal.
Pass to Hayes. Doncic outside. Takes the three. And Hayes throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Back to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
It seems like Brown always has something cooking, and he shows up big when they need him most.
Second team.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And the first of two, no good. Break.
At the line for two, Luka Doncic.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
The Lakers on offense. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see him knock them down there.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good from the wing. James looking around. Here's Doncic. Off the mark. And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
MCs are just hopeless. Thinking record sales make them the dopest. Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS-One, rock on. Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS-One, rock on.
Same soup, I just had to reheat it. Ain't know my name, I ain't had to repeat it. I'm with the ride with the blah blah. All that like Kel ain't get it. Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that. All that? Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that.
Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Boston. To the middle. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
To the inside.
You love how Holiday can get in a guy's shirt defensively without fouling.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mobley wide open. Oh, good on the 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Back to Holiday. Here he goes. Out to Porzingis. Right side Tatum. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mitchell with it. Now Garland. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. To the paint. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
You get the sense that a little bit of pressure makes Donovan Mitchell elevate his game. Under duress of the shot clock, no problem.
And another miss by Boston.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
It's Strus on the wing. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said they told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir, I'm putting this one home.
And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end. I tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
That one goes. Count it.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
It's to Porzingis. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wound up there for Allen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Inside. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
White with it. Garland picks him up. Down low. Fires for 3. And it's White missing. Porzingis with the steal. There's the triple. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from 3-point, and it is on target.
Yep, it counts.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Tatum looking around. And the dunk by Tatum.
I love that Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
A kick out to Mobley. No good on the triple. Celtics trailed by 3. Screen by Porzingis. And here's Tatum for 3. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. Mitchell wide open. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Hunter. Nice fake there to create. The shot, but it's no good. Celtics trail by 3. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "You can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Poked away, and the ball goes out of bounds, and last touch by Strus. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Mobley. And it's White missing. Here's Okoro. Still yet to score.
Oh, my goodness. The size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Brown outside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Mobley.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete, love it.
Brown, no good on the free throw. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking.
What's the price of admission?
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
And it's Strus missing. The Celtics with the lead. It's Brown with the drive. And finished off by Brown.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Jerome. Al Horford with the rebound.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the basket is good. Now it's a 6-point Celtic lead.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior. Yes, sir.
Can they get it? The shot. No good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star for from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
And one thing about Hunter, it never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Outside Garland. Pass to Hunter. Over Tatum. And that one comes up a bit short. Celtics leading by 4. The 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Celtics making a change here. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. Mitchell outside. They get a hand on it. Here's Pritchard. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Pritchard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Muscly through contact. Holiday has the strength and body control to do it.
And we all hear talk about Jrue Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Porzingis can't hit. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Cleveland moving it around. And Mobley throws it down.
Donovan Mitchell showing off that great vision.
Celtics leading by 7. Pass to Porzingis. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. At the elbow, it's Mitchell. No good from 18. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Boston, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Garland feeling him out a little bit. And Donovan Mitchell gets the 3. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Horford. Brown outside. 5 on the clock. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Driving the the block.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
And Mobley throws it down.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Brown right side. Back to Horford. Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Driving to the basket. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Mitchell right side. Over Brown. Al Horford with the rebound. Boston trailing. Brown outside. Outside Horford. Outside Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by White.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
Porzingis with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And finished off by Brown.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Strus's shot is good.
Wow, showing the ability to create for himself and others. Darius Garland, good court awareness.
Tatum with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Here's Porzingis, and there it is for him. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside Garland. Allen outside. 4 on the clock. From 13. And it's White with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Good on the second free throw. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Do you not love that by any means necessary attitude from Jared Allen, able to finish through the contact?
A minute 20 left to play in the third. Back to Brown. Right side Tatum. Inside Tatum.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
Mobley with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley.
Substitution on the court.
Brown wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Celtics?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Tatum, that's good.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
It gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Mobley misses. Celtics leading by 6. Here's Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Puts it up from 17. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Now here is Holiday. That's to Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Kristaps Porzingis with that release point and that size, difficult to check in the painted area.
Here's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Celtics leading by 9. The kick out to Holiday. Now here's Brown. Back to Horford. Brown outside. It's stolen by Strus. And here's Garland for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. And Holiday has it in the corner. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here's Garland, picks one up.
Yeah, credit Holiday for getting to the line on that one. With his quickness and length, I'd like to see him do that more often.
Both free throws good from Holiday. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Holiday left side. Here's Porzingis. Cavaliers with the rebound. Garland with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Strus. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. See if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Allen.
You have to love the mindset of Porzingis trying to contest every shot he can. Plays with so much energy.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Mobley. And another miss by Cleveland. Boston leading by 9. Here's Tatum. Oh, what strength and power from Tatum.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Looking to get back on track here, and it's Mitchell missing. And the Celtics with possession here. 9-point game. Outside Tatum. Tatum taking it in. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, you can see the level of aggression. If Jason Tatum sees a window of opportunity to drive it, he will expose it.
And Derek White picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Mitchell.
This is what makes Derek White so dangerous. Yes, he can score it. Yes, he can pass it. But he is a tenacious defender.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Second team foul.
.144 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Mitchell. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Porzingis.
There's a tenacity to Donovan Mitchell. Even with physical defense, this guy just finds a way to convert.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. White looking around. Stolen by Mitchell. Out to the wing. The wide open look here for Garland. Wound up there for Allen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Buries the long-range jumper. Tatum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Strus's shot is good. 24 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The kick out to Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. They get it again. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental...
From the giddy up, better choose the right one or pick the kiddies up.